call upon the power of a primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do not do so at grave cost to the land. I reason that is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much. But you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summoned their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To a scion of the 7th dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek not but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal suffer to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the Warrior of Light to his death? No, You have the right of it, Justinian. 'Twould seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Teha. No, it's alright. I've killed gods before. It's totally fine. Wait. Teha need not face this foe alone. Like him, I'm blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second Warrior of Light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters, we know not where this god resides or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Justinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath, and learn how best to secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Damn it, works in. We are Vath. We are non-mind. We do not fear the one mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. Okay. What's that supposed to mean? The Vath greet mine every question with cryptic utterances. I fear I'm no closer to understanding the tenets of their faith. By the Fury, I would swear these beastmen know less about their god than I do. Click, click. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will give you their souls. Surely you are not so generous as that. Click, click. You wish to meet our god. Offer yourself as sacrifice and you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You are generous hunters, yes? Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more. We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast. Time to slay more monsties. They seem fine well enough. I mean, for how, I don't know, for how savage they are. It's just, it's my own voice. I haven't heard their voice yet, so me making up their voice is being like very, I don't know, Borg-like hive mind, in like big talking insects is actually funny to me. I guess for that reason alone, I kind of like them, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going the right way. What was the other thing I needed to do? Oh god, all the way down there. Where am I at? Okay, so that... I guess we'll save that for later. I don't know. Let me just kill what I need to kill. And then we'll see. Obtain Nathic flintlocks. So I guess I have to... There's a lower chance for them to give me the flintlocks. Oh no, that's that quest is for Down Under. Never mind. I did what I set out to do for the main quest. Okay, where am I going again? Up. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I know where I'm going. Sometimes I just get lost. We Vath do enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Another gift for the Vath. So unexpected. Yes. You will have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Listen now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all see. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath, and the whole Hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. Gee, thanks. That was worth killing some creatures for. The Vathar want to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like Overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and his presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger Hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in this smaller Hive, however, are the Vath, or the Non-Mind, who, for reasons that escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus the Vath ignorant of One Mind's thoughts and intentions. And of the nature of their own god. In summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Perilous enough it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal. As sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before their deity to make an offering of our souls. Okay. So how's that gonna happen? Forgive me, but let us be clear about what it is that you propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until your god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You will join me in this endeavor, will you not, Teha? Judging by the great risks you took to prevent the summoning of Saint Shiva, you're not a man to err on the side of caution. I nod in approval, as always. With that, I could fight by your side, Warrior of Light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. Then it is settled. Teha, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance, and then allow them to take us prisoner. A brief show of resistance. So does that mean I'm not gonna kill anybody? Where are we at? Okay, so that's down here by where we would want to be. But I just saw... I just saw a title for a quest that I would like to do right now. Anything where the title is Que, or has Que in it, I have to check out what it is. So, let's have a look-see. Oh, it's from Marchamp himself. What's up, dude? Actually, well, we'll look at that and then we'll see what kind of triple triad he's got going off. Ah, for more Aether Currents, okay. What if my men was attacked by a chocobo? You might think that's a common story, but with all the hunting we do. But I'm told this one was unnaturally big. Of course, in the end, size doesn't matter. We can't be having our quarry stalking us. That's why I'm planning to capture the beast before it harms any more of my men. I already know you as a reliable handler of the birds. That's why I need your help tracking it down. Think you could lend old Marchamp a hand one more time? If the prospect piques your interest, it'd be best to start off by asking the leaders of my camps what they know of the monster. Come back and share your findings with me when you're done. Okay, I'm calling it now. This is either not a chocobo, or it is a chocobo, and it's like the fat chocobo from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, I don't know for sure, but that would be hilarious if it's just a fat chocobo. Who did you want me to talk to? Sorry. Just thinking about fat chocobos made me lose my train of thought. Hang on. When the hunter becomes the... We actually have to go pretty far out, eh? Well, what is it? It's the 3. So, oh, it's the same 3 from the camps that I went through before. Okay. That's fine. I may have mentioned this in another stream, but I've actually already bought Axiom Verge 2. I'm trying to figure out, like, when I want to play it. Because I don't know. Like, I'm still loving this game. And eventually I'm gonna have to stop unless I want to burn myself out, you know? Even though I haven't felt like I'm gonna burn out anytime soon. Partly because I've burnt out before with other games and I don't want that to happen here, so I've been pacing myself, taking my time and whatnot. But it would be nice to stream Axiom Verge 2 sometime before the 8th of October. Because October 8th is when Metroid Dread comes out. And I'm definitely streaming that. There's no way I'm not. It just becomes a question of how long Axiom Verge 2 is to complete. And yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I want to play this and that, but I'm only one person, so fuck it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. From the way I heard it, one of the hunters was attacked unprovoked and got knocked unconscious by a single kick. I never heard of a chocobo doing that. I'm telling you, if the chocobo's big enough, you could probably knock an entire giant boulder across the field. Oh wait, I had this issue before. I have to go toward the road and go around to get to the next camp. I can't wait. Like, I hope we get wherever it is in the distance. I hope we get to that castle. I love castles and I love like Victorian construction and aesthetic. It's really neat. I bet you we probably will, and it probably will be like some dungeon or raid or something. And it... I ain't never seen a chocobo like this one. Monstrous, it was, with razor-sharp beak. Maybe it was a chocobo. See that cage there? Blasted chocobo pulled the door right off its hinges. Most like it was trying to rescue the bird inside. Weird. Hey, can you talk? The chocobo whines pitifully. I don't like quang pitifully. Makes me sad. I don't know if it's gonna be this weekend, cause I want to try to find, cause I've looked elsewhere around the house for my old webcam so I can hook it up, but I can't seem to find it, and the only other place I can think of is my abyss of a chaotic closet that I have. So hopefully this weekend, although I'll definitely need help from family, because my closet is full of not just my clothing and old random crap, but also other people's. So if I can get them to spend the time to help out with that, hopefully I'll either find the webcam or it'll just be lost, because I can't for the life of me remember where I put it. The last time I had the last time I had a stream with my webcam on was like 2019 maybe? It was either early 2019 for Resident Evil 2. I remember streaming with my webcam on then. Or it was Halloween 2019 for Outlast. I don't remember though. Either way, I can't find it, and I'll either know to have to spend the money to get another one, or I'll find the old one. Hopefully it works. That bird ain't scared of us hunters, I can tell you that much. It's rare one of us comes away with an encounter with it unscathed. And we're off to here again. Seems that Chocobo's been stirring up trouble all around the forest. While you were gathering information, I went out and checked the traps that are set up around Tailfeather. Ain't nothing left of them but scattered straw and broken wood. Can't say we've ever dealt with a problem like this one. Might be that this Chocobo's taken some kind of revenge on us hunters. And these acts are a means of provoking us. By all accounts, this Chocobo is stronger and more clever than the rest. I expect capturing it won't be a simple feat. So what, is that going to continue in another quest line then? Alright, so what do you... Fancy a game of cards, do you? Be ready. Hunting ain't the only thing I'm good at. Whoa. Sudden death and... Reverse plus. Okay. This is gonna be weird. A plus reverse game. Clever. I have the same card as you do. Oh, he knows how to play this game. Watch, we're gonna have the exact same cards. A 6 difference. Do we have that? Nope. Oh wait, what if the plus rule set kicks in? Oh god. I just realized, like, if 3 1s can be like triggered, they can't? Oh my god. Alright. This man, literally, with the exception of the type of Moogle card, he has my deck. I guess I can do this. Seems easy enough. Just gotta stay on my toes with this guy. Clever. Take a break from the MSQ and see if we can't get this card he's carrying. Seems like the games can be fast enough where I can just spam cards where I need them to be. Now I have 2 sabotenders. Cute. I figured that would happen. Why did I put that cactus there? That was a bad call. I'd obviously be putting my webcam over the chat without, you know, the need for a blur effect. Because I've looked back at the VODs, and while from the look of it, I've made it look as unobtrusive as possible. I also think it would be best if I just didn't have it there, and putting the webcam there would be a pretty okay solution. Really not gonna give up his card, is he? Sometimes some like NPC players will absolutely take forever before they give you their reward. I think for every NPC it was a lot worse when I first started playing the game, and then I believe they increased it slightly. To what amounts, I have no idea. There you go. Gods damn it. You've got a hunter's instincts, I'll give you that much. Alright, so we actually have a card that for the longest time I've seen before, but did not have myself. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. You seem like a good card for a top left. No. Okay. I've had Roland on my plus deck for the longest time, but yeah, an 8-8 versus an 8-7 is it's a clear winner there. Plus, in a plus or same situation, that corner could be pretty helpful. Yeah. Very nice. Oh, I said this a while back where I had actually placed 6th on Lich server in one of the triple triad tournaments. I placed 6th when I last checked while the tournament was still going on. Today I went back to get the rewards for that tournament, and I actually placed 11th, which apparently is really good because you not only get a bronze tournament card, but you also get, for the amount of points I got, I think it was around, I think it was between 1,600 and 1,800 points, and I got 4 platinum cards that turned up, if I remember correctly, Lightning from Final Fantasy 13, Tidus from Final Fantasy 10, Cecil from, I believe, Final Fantasy 4, and what was the other one? Fuck, what was the other one? Wait, I think the other one was actually a card I already had. In fact, do I have that card? Yeah, it was Cecil, not Squall, not Cloud, Phoenix, no. But I got one of those cards I got a duplicate, so it must have been the bronze tournament card. Or one of the platinum cards. Wow, do I not have the... Really? Oh. Wait. These aren't in order. Oh no, I think I got the Phil Hammond card. One of those platinum cards was a Phil Hammond card, for sure. But I got a duplicate of a monster card that I, for the life of me, could not pronounce for you. Well, it looked like a monster of some kind, so I'm going to... What was the other thing? Yeah, we've got 3 more of that. Let's get that Aether Current from that one quest done. Looking forward to seeing if that quest line continues, that apparently Chocobo Brute that these campers found. Maybe I'll eventually have to deal with it. I can already foresee, though, that the process of me hooking, if I find it, or if whether I find the old one or buy a new one, plugging it in and setting it up is probably going to be the hardest thing to do, because it's not the easy part of just plugging it in, making sure the drivers work, and making sure OBS plays nice with it. That I've done before, and there's really not been an issue in that whatsoever. The hard part is that this time, and I've never done it in this room before. In my bedroom when I used to stream, all the way up until like early 2019, there was a lot more room for me to put the camera away and maybe... I think I had it on a tripod, like a mini tripod, didn't I? I don't think I clipped it on any monitor. So now, unless I find a very tight spot here behind one of the monitors, or maybe like, maybe clip it on like the secondary monitor looking my way, there's gonna be a lot of experimentation on angles, because I have to be close enough to the desk to reach my mouse and keyboard while I play. Obviously less so with a controller, but still, I'd want to be somewhat close so I can see things. Mic would have to be where it is, so if I put the camera to my right, you're gonna see a big fat mic head covering like the lower half of my face. And if I put the camera on my main monitor right in front of me, it will look down directly over my forehead. So you're gonna get an overhead angle of my big ass forehead while I stream, and that's not... I don't care if I have not seen it yet. That's not an option for me. I'm not angling it in a way that makes it look odd in any way. So maybe off to the left, maybe you know what? Maybe I'll just have to find the old tripod, because I know I used the tripod. I don't know if I threw it out or kept it somewhere, but who knows? Maybe it's in the closet of hell. Click, click, intruders. Your lives are forfeit. Oh, you guys are just bars of butter on a hot knife. With my level 8 chocobo, forget about it. What was that? Oh, it was a challenge log bit. Neat. Yeah, I definitely... I don't know what this is. This unlocked once I reached level 60, I believe. Tales of Daring Do, Bad, and Good Luck. Complete and mark off 3 wondrous tales. No fucking idea what that's about. But I'm guessing that might have something to do with Stormblood, because that didn't appear until level 60, and Stormblood is 60 to 70, I believe. So I don't know. That's just gonna have to stay undone for a long while yet. Okay. That takes me to way up north. So let's travel a bit. I'm willing to take the ride over if it means I'm getting closer to flying, you know? So yeah, the process of setting the camera up in a way that is acceptable to me is going to depend... I hope I don't have to change the setup of everything on my desk, because there's not really enough space for me to do that anyways. So But the main no-nos for me are, don't have it at a high angle, and get the camera as far away from myself as possible. So, like, let me put myself in position as if the camera were here. That means this chair, I would have to lift the chair up, all the way up, and then the mic up a little bit like this. The camera would have to be, if I really want it as far away as possible, it would have to be behind, both behind and sort of in between my two monitors here. I know you can't see it, so it's hard for you to imagine, but I would need either tape or screw it into the wall, which I would really rather not do. Or have it be on like the clip to the edge of one of the monitors, so it's like a little bit in between them. Even though like the secondary monitor is behind the main one, just because there's not enough room to have them side by side. Not in any obtrusive way. It's just the frame of the secondary monitor is hidden by the front frame of the main monitor, so I can still see everything. It's just, again, a tight fit. But yeah, if I can zoom out maximum of the old camera while being on the monitor and not have it look like a really extreme close-up, that would be ideal. Or have a tripod behind the monitors entirely. And that's the first part. The second part is maybe having it so that having it so that the box that is my webcam feed from OBS, either that's gonna be stay a box, or it might look better if I trigger some NVIDIA broadcast into it, because NVIDIA broadcast has a feature that can fake a green screen effect behind you and get rid of everything behind you except yourself. I don't know if it can detect a chair, so it might not pick up my chair, which would be great because my chair is falling apart and very recently started shedding, so I've already ordered a new chair to replace it. But really what matters is it picks me up for the most part. Hopefully it could pick me up entirely, but we'll see how good broadcast is. So there's that. It's not like I need to have a green screen physically, because those are very expensive. At least the good ones are. And the only reason I would want that is to get rid of whatever the angle the camera is going to be. You'll either see the back of our metal pantry to my left, or you're gonna see all the plastic storage containers that, as I look back, you might see books in containers, Lysol wipes, sticky rolls that we use to take off hair from Hunter, since he is a cat that, especially during the summer, likes to shed quite a bit, and just a whole tower of different things. Basically, I would rather not even show that, but it also depends on, if I'm gonna be a little box in the corner, so if it does show that, but it's not like really discernible in any level of detail, then I don't care, right? But I would like to have the option to completely take out the background entirely. So that's gonna be a process. But the main thing is just to find out if I have a webcam in this house at all. That's the main thing right now. Have you the muskets? Thank you, Hunter. With these, we can arm ourselves, defend ourselves. We are the same blood as the Nath, but even we find it utterly unnerving. The way they think is one, the way they move is one. It is hard to imagine us as the same people. Good. Done and done. It's a wait. Artisan. Wait, the artisan is the repairman? It is. Oh, that got me messed up. I thought you guys didn't have a repairman. Or a mender, so they call it. Can I go in here? No. Alright. So that gives us 2 left as a quest for the currents. And then we are off back down this way. A lesson in humility is probably one of them. If I pull back even more. Any other quests might be hidden by the MSQ. Who knows? Oh, I can. Oh, yeah. I was there before. That's why it was shown. Duh. Dirt. Okay. Without wings, you must take this passage to scale the tower. Above you will find more of my kin, but beware the cave of Morn. What? Oh, I thought he was gonna fly me up there. Hashtha. The bridge beyond this chamber leads to Morn. It is a place of silence. Tread softly through these halls. Okay. Okay. I sense a great power within you. Yes, you will make a suitable adversary. Excuse me? Our younglings must learn the hardships of battle. You will find them just beyond the tower. Go and hold nothing back. Just beyond the tower. Okay, so just step out. Oh shit. You ever get the feeling when you're going down really fast on a roller coaster and your crotch kind of clenches up? Or you sort of like your heart and your crotch end up sort of like feeling as if they're being lifted towards your throat because of like all the force being going down. It's I can't be the only one that has felt that, so I hope I'm not crazy. But yeah, that's what I felt when I fell down there by accident. This has to be like outside the perimeter. It's a beautiful place. Wait, is this the castle that I was looking at off the distance? I think it is. There's like a giant statue of a dragon up top. Yeah, I see it. Alright, well, that's a shame. It doesn't end up being a dungeon. It's just a home for dragons, but still looks cool. Hi, Ariel. Welcome to the stream. How's your night going? Oh, hey, there's a current right here. Would you look at that? I'm doing great. Just been spending the night playing this. Had a nice macaroni salad and made myself a ham and cheese sandwich from the deli. So I'm feeling pretty good. Great, I saw you were streaming from Manny's Discord. Oh, sweet. Nice for you to drop by. Have you played this game, Ariel? I had fish with some vegetables for dinner. Ooh, yum. I love fish. Especially tuna. I don't understand. Man is not fit to battle with dragons. Nevertheless, I will do as father asks. Okay. Wait, com cur and com score. Not in a long time? I take no pleasure in preying on the weak. If you cannot best com score, I have no business with you. Oh. Battle with you? I would rather not waste my time. Perhaps com gan would find amusement in something so trivial. Excuse you. I'm gonna kick your dragon ass. See? Easy. Wah! That's not possible. My brothers will make you pay. How dare you do such a thing to Komgan? You may have beaten him, but your game's in here. Well, we'll see about that. But how? Where did you obtain such power? No matter. Kom Kur will deal with you yet. What trickery is this? I will not let you make a mockery of me and my brothers. We'll see. See what you got. So this is the strength of man. Perhaps we've underestimated your kind. You defeated Kom Kur, I don't believe it. Your strength impresses me. Perhaps your kind are not the frail creatures I thought them to be. Yeah, no. I have slain gods. Now you mention it, tuna is very good. I had cod. You know what? I have never had cod. I've really only had tuna and salmon, but I love both of them. I don't know if I'd ever get tired of eating that, but cod I've never had. Not bad depending on how you make it. Well, the way I have my tuna is both. It's rare that I would have it like just as part of a dish or anything. A lot of the tuna I have is like tuna salad, so it's either in a sandwich or mixed in with onions and rice sometimes, or yeah, that's pretty much it. Salmon's great too. Salmon especially I like with cold dishes mixed with rice. Those are really good. So the younglings have learned their place. Do not worry. My intention is not to foster ill relations, but to teach. The younglings grow too prideful, doubting the strength of men. But thanks to you, they now understand. Yeah, it's just one more for a quest, and I guess that'll happen later, I suppose. Let's get down under, see what's down there. It'd be better if I just... Not really. I was gonna say go there, then down, but it's kind of south in the middle of things. So I think off in the distance there's like a gate we have to get to. Oh, they're down there. Never mind. Alright. The Overmind must by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on to the Hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Okay. I went down just to go back up. Why are you posturing like that? Leave these drones to me. We can join forces again once we're deeper within the colony. Oh, we're gonna fight. Wait, are we meant to... Oh yeah, we're meant to be going up there. Whoops. We'll just go that way. That should be sufficient. We did not have our host's full attention before. We most surely have it now. Our audience with the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you've steeled your mind for the battle to come. You're prepared then. Hold here, Teha. When next the Nath come, we offer no resistance. Surrender, intruders, there is no escape. Enough. We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. Is it weird that I kind of want a plushie of these? I forget what they're called. But I could see Square Enix making some plushies out of those. Have you played Final Fantasy 12? 12 I played only the beginning of. I remember it was fun, but there was a lot of... It was very different from me because the battles were not turn-based, if I remember correctly. But at that point, I had already been kind of RPG'd out, and I was kind of moving on to other types of games at the time. So I've never really played it. I've only, like, fought the first few battles and gone out in the field to fight, and, you know, it was fun for what it is, but hopefully in the future I can actually stream it. Oh, okay, I was going to tell you something, didn't want to spoil. Oh, yeah. Totally. That's true. That's true for most Final Fantasy games, unfortunately for me. The only Final Fantasies I've finished are 1, like the Game Boy Advance version of the first game, 7, and that's it. Like, if I have played like a lot of the second game for the Game Boy Advance, but I didn't finish it. 8, 9, and 10 I got a lot of the way through, but I don't know, I don't remember any of it, so it would be hard to describe like what part I'm up to before I stop. But I played a lot of 8 up to a certain point, a lot of 9 to a certain point, and 10. But I never finished those. And I never got to 11 because I didn't really get it. MMOs at the time for me were not an interesting thing, so I never played 11. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape, should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I'd hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. I mean, I don't know why she'd think that, but alright.
Now we have but to wait.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer.
Okay, so only slightly different sounding than the voiceover I've been giving him.
Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
Your name is Ravana. I don't know if, like, past primals have been related to, like, summons in other Final Fantasy games, so I don't recognize this one.
Oh, glorious General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Perhaps some primals.
Thou wouldst
True.
flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Ah, mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight.
Others may be based on non-summon monsters. Well, then in that case, this should be interesting to see the future primals. This one looks like a giant fly with swords.
Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
Not necessarily from FF games only.
As
Oh.
I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, do accept thy challenge.
Is Ravana really a primal though? Don't quote me on that. I don't know. We'll see.
But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Let me get back to you on that. Let me call a duty and, you know, queue up for a trial.
Good! Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
Yeah. Thok ast Thok. Alright, what do you have to say about it? Pant, forgive me, I was overconfident. Yeah, you kinda were, but I guess, as always, I have to take care of it. Wrath of the Colony is undefeated. Victory to the Nath. Alright. Let me queue up for this right quick and get going. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, no. Withdraw. I accidentally left the custom settings on. That's why it happened so quickly. Alright, no, for real now. All we need is like 2 healers. Oh, there it is. Finally. Alright, let's kick ass.
Dance to the song of ringing steel.
I don't know what we're supposed to do, but hopefully we don't die. Alright, we gotta just stay on our feet. I gotta kill the butterflies apparently.
I am invincible!
Whoa. Hey now. That was freaky looking. The hell is this? Uh-oh.
Rejoice in the glory of combat!
That's actually pretty badass.
Unyielding of the earth!
What is this? Hive. Oh shit. Alright, we got it done. Such an exquisite tune, I know, right? The whole theme for this trial was awesome. The presentation.
Of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Yeah, you better. One question? What's up? Am I into retro games? Yeah, I would say so. It's been a while, but I'm not against playing old games that I love. I started on the NES, so I'm an old gamer.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you. For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
You again.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
I'm about to play one right now. I've been looking at it for a while and it finally found it. Ooh. What is it? Ever since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and never from afar till this day. You are a marvel to behold, Teha. Well, 'tis time we rejoined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale and to continue our journey. It's a GBA game called Sword of Mana. I know of the franchise something of Mana. I think there's several versions of that. It's from 2003 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it would make sense if it was a GBA game. I remember very briefly playing Secret of Mana years ago, but I never got into it. I've heard it's a great series of games to play, though. Sword of Mana is my favorite. Oh, sweet. I might want to, like, edge of this here. And then go up. Play Secret of Mana as well. Yeah. That and Final Fantasy VI for the Super Nintendo were really big back in the day. I've heard 6 is really good. I want to play it. but haven't had the chance to yet. FF6 is great, do try it when you have the chance. Yeah, Mandy has recommended to me more than once that I play Final Fantasy VI. I know it's one of her favorite games. So it's definitely on the backlog of many games for me to play. And to be fair, outside of this game, you know, it being an online RPG, it would be nice to play an old school RPG someday. Teha, Lady Ysael. Thank the 12. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name, and you're quite certain he will keep his word. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Teha. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light, unlike some. You were gone so long that Master Alphinaud here nigh lost his wits with worry. Fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Estinian, was that truly necessary? Haha, not truly necessary, but certainly true. Ahem. What matters is that the primal is banished, and our promise fulfilled. We should return to oh, that's an I. Vidofnir without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm Presvelger. Needhog's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Estinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphinaud is still but a boy. Estinian's kind of a brute. He looks cool and, you know, he acts cool, but it's keen to inform. Okay. Shall we be on our way, Annex Shrine? On our way to Annex Shrine, then. I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. Yeah, let's do it. Quest Sync. Certain quests employ an automatic level adjustment system known as Quest Sync, which adjusts the difficulty and XP rewards to your current level. Please note that when accepting certain quests, a message will appear indicating you may not proceed with a class or job that is different from when you accepted the quest. In this case, changing your class or job will prevent completion of the quest objectives. Alright. I don't know why that popped up now, but... Click, click. Great Hunter, we are honored that you have returned to our humble hive. There is something which weighs heavy on our mind, very heavily. We have a newcomer to Lothast Vath. He has not yet proved himself useful, and so he has no name. So determined is he to find his place, that he left the sanctuary to forage in the forest of the east. He has not returned. It has been difficult as of late, very difficult. We have grown hungry, and root and food remains scarce. The one mine is seen to that. This nameless one means well, but he is highly curious of his newfound senses. This makes him vulnerable. The forest is the domain of the hunters. and his intentions may be misunderstood, for men have not the means to tell Vath from Nath at a glance. Will you not lend us your assistance in finding him? Will you travel to the hunters of the east and ask if they've seen him? Click, click. Kind hunter, generous hunter, you have our gratitude. Please make haste so that the weight of our mind can be lifted. Wait, that's a beast tribe quest? Wait, this is a beast tribe? I had no idea. Alright, oh, what happened? Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Teha's hand was the beastmen's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat, a promise we believe he'll keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you unto the deepest reaches of Mor, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Somal. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the caverns shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Alright. Oh, at some point I got a permanent speed buff in the area. I was wondering why my chocobo was riding faster. Where is this? Oh wow, it's a whole other area. Oh. Okay. Well, if this dungeon... Like, there's a dungeon right where I need to be, so... If I end up having to do it, that might, not might, but that definitely will be next stream. Only 3 left. Burn it down. Burn them all. Snore. Oh, they're just sleeping? I thought these were dead dragons. Euricta. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Solmal's summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Wear you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidnofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian? The way is open, let us not tarry here. A moment, shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Teoman herself said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher, need I remind you that we are come to parley at peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Hrasvelgr. But I said nothing of Teoman. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as Azure Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hrasvelgr, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? These two are gonna keep arguing. Search for the Nameless One. What it says. Where? Hiding out here? Nope. Oh, there he is. Click, click. Yes, we are the Nameless One. Have you been sent by the storyteller? Tell your hunter friend to release me at once. We are not of the one mind, we are Bath. I don't care if he's a two-headed bandersnatch. He isn't going anywhere. I'm detaining him for stealing our resources. Normally I'd say we're more lenient than the Nath in terms of territory, so long as they don't hunt in excess or attack us. Then this overgrown Vilekin comes and gobbles up all the geishel greens we laid in our traps. Enough bait to keep a drove of chocobos sated for days. Gone, with nothing to show for it. So hungry we were, we could not help ourselves. Unable to hunt, unable to forage. We are no different from a parasite. Click, click. If only we could find a way to release ourselves from this pitiful way of life. Well, if you insist. You misunderstand. Spare us our life. It is all we have. I spare it we will. Stop tormenting the poor creature, Grimold. He doesn't know any better. We ain't savages, but we ain't charitable neither. You'll have to pay us back for the greens you ate, and seeing as you don't have anything on you of value, it looks like you'll have to work off your debt. Last I checked, we were running a mite low on arrow shafts. Harvest me some melia branches and we'll call it square, eh? Click, click. Very well. Release us and we shall do as you say. Of course, I ain't fool enough to let him go off alone. I'd ask that you see to it that the beastmen don't flee from his death. And if he does, I'll have every hunter from here to the 100th rose after him for thievery. Understand? Ah, we are free. Much appreciated, Hunter. Now then, to the smoldering wastes. Nath, Vath, what difference does it make? Pests all of them. So what now? Okay. What's the reward for this? Oh, you know what? I don't remember now. I accidentally because I thought this was gonna give me a Aether Current. This is, I bet, the starting grounds for you to gain reputation with the Vath, which is good. It is actually what I would have done anyways eventually. Down this way. But if this takes more than just a few steps to do, then we'll hold off and get the dungeon sorted first. Let me just check. Okay. There he is. Well then, the storyteller must be waiting for us. We make for last Vath. Click, click. Yes, we know. If we flee, we'll never again be able to move freely. To the non-mine, independence is all. If we take too long, the hunters will surely come after us. Kind hunter, will you help us? We will not ask you to bear the entire burden. 1 sapling should be enough. We will gather the rest on our own. You say so. Only 1. A lot of just turning the head. That's surveying. We had an 8th occurrence for this place. 3 left, 1 for quests, 2 for exploration. And I guess that means... No, that's the wrong one. Oh, it's just... Okay. To the north it says. I didn't notice, and I still haven't. Oh, there it's like right behind the tribe. I didn't notice when my mount speed increased, but it has, to an extent. Like, maybe doing the hunts and getting the currency for that will let me buy even faster mount speed, like in Realm Reborn. But my understanding is it must have happened at some point in the MSQ, because I certainly didn't buy it, and I didn't trigger much to my knowledge. Maybe it was the trial we did last stream that triggered that. Naming of So where would be 922 yalms to the south? Could be like right there for all I know. Yeah. Alright. Getting there. Definitely getting there. Click, click. I view the branch. Many thanks for this. Now let us return to the hunter's camp and be done with it. I was probably talking to Marshachamp. Marshachamp just sounds like a Pokemon to me. I don't know. Like Machamp or something. Well, call me a Chocobo's uncle. I'm impressed. You've given me more than your debt called for. These branches make for fine arrows. We've usually got to send a whole party of hunters to gather this much. What with the Malayas thrashing about and the Nath lurking in the brush. Heh, even those scrawny arms and legs, you proved more useful than I thought. Click, click. We were useful. I would say so. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back with so much. Or to come back at all, for that matter. We too will be honest. We thought to flee, but this hunter persuaded us to stay. But we were useful. I said you were, didn't I? In fact, I tell you what. Since you brought me more than a fortnight's worth, I'll even throw in a small reward. A sack of Geishel greens to take home to your kin. Click, click. A reward? You mean more of those tasty greens for being useful? We tried to find a way to be useful at XIV. We tried, but we could not find our purpose. Well, we hunters ain't like to turn away an extra pair of hands. beastmen or not, and we offer fair pay to adventurers willing to take on the more dangerous tasks. Ain't that right, Teha? Nodders, nodders. Adventurer. Those are those who travel in the wild for their own accord, risk life and limb all for the sake of these rewards. Such excitement, such fortune. We want to become an adventurer. Can't say I've come across an adventurer who requested Geishel greens as a reward, but we'd be willing to compensate for honest work. If it's food you're after, I'm sure we could arrange for some spare cuts of meat too. Click, click. More country greens. Crunchy greens and juicy flesh. Enough to feed our colony. We will relay this to the storyteller at once. Another happy ending. So, I guess we'll be rewarded. If this is the beginning of the rep grind for this tribe, that's fine. We'll start neutral as usual. I don't know when I'll be grinding for this stuff, but I don't know. I would prefer it if I finished the Realm Reborn rep games before starting on Heavensward. There's an entire tribe that I discovered on my alt that I haven't even started on my main yet. And there may be more than that for Realm Reborn. I don't know. Just know the 3 or 4 so far. A beautiful night at that castle. Thank you, Hunter, for bringing our nameless brother back. We hope he was not a burden on you. He is no hunter storyteller. He is an adventurer, and we are a burden no more. Look at what we've brought you. Crunch. What strange-looking plants, and they have such a delightfully bitter taste. We have other good news. We have found our purpose. We will become an adventurer too. If we work hard, the hunters promise to reward us with food. Food for the colony. You mean the hunters of the East? We thought it safer to limit contact with them. They gave you such a delicious rewards. Click, click. You have done well, Nameless One. With your newfound purpose, we assure you will ease the hunger of your brothers and sisters. But trading with the hunters will not solve all of our woes. Much more is required for our survival. Yes, much more. Our colony is falling into disrepair. We need metals for our defenses. We need clay for our walls. The One Mind knows this. They seek to impoverish us. A few of our non-mind brothers tried to steal such things from Lost Nath. They never returned. The Overmind rages at what he sees as boldness. Even though we are mere leeches, partaking of tiny drops of their blood. Tiny drops. Click, click. Even leeches do not loathe their own host as much as we. It is shameful that we must still rely on the One Mind to survive. You can rely on us, Storyteller. We shall travel the realm and offer our services in exchange for resources. We will bring back precious rewards from beyond. Travel the realm? You mean cross the hunter's borders and to lands beyond? Nameless One, it is too dangerous. Click, click. Fear not. It is what adventurers do. To explore unknown lands, meet their peoples, obtain greater rewards, strengthen the colony. Click, click. You speak strongly of your purpose. Very well. Should you succeed, we can sever ourselves from the One Mind completely. We can truly become our own masters. Click, click. But do not become a pest, seeking work where there is none. The hunters may take offense at your eagerness and to obtain rewards. How will you know when your services are required? An Adventurers Guild. A place to exchange information and gather requests from others. Nameless One. No such place exists here. If this is your solution, you must start your own. But I'm certain you will not be alone. Some of your brothers and sisters will still want for purpose. Seek them out. Click, click. The Adventurers Guild. There's much to do, but first we will introduce you to our brothers. Come, come. Click, click. This is the stick peddler. He peddles sticks. He lost his connection with the Overmind near the same time as we did. There was none other, but we do not see him. You mean the Kenai? He saw shadows fly across the colony. He was hungry and he said he would hunt down the shadows east toward the river. He could not have gone far, for he fears the water, fears it much. He would not cross the river unless it was near the bridge. Wise Vath know to avoid the bridge, for ferocious dragons often lurk near it. Could it be that they were the shadows that the Kenai saw? Brave adventurer, could you check the bridge while we search the area for the Kenai? You could be in trouble. But do not slay dragons if you see them. Dead dragons will invite reprisals. He will lend you one of our Kongamoto. We have fitted it with a contraption which sprays a putrid smoke which irritates, but does not wound. Yes, irritates. We got too close to it once. Most irritating. The Kongamoto are unaccustomed to fleshing riders. If you fall off, talk to the stick peddler. He will help you get back on. Now let us find the Kenai. Ride the Kongamoto to the bridge and use its spray on any ferocious dragons you see. Oh, we doing it now. Okay. It's like, nah, you're committed. That's it. It evenly distributes the Vath solution in a fine mist. Fumigate. Okay. I'll tell you, I wouldn't mind this as a mount, to be honest. Like, it's weird looking, kind of inset-like for a mount, but I like the patterns it's got, the detail. You want me to fumigate, do you? God, it burns. I don't like this game anymore. Ah, why do you do this? Sputter. Spit, spit. Pretty sure this elite has been walking around that same spot for the past few streams. I've been passing by him. Either he only spawns there and people have been killing it, or no one cares. To be fair, it's old content, but I have half a mind to just kill it to see if there's an achievement for it or gain something out of it. It is a very pretty animal, to be fair. Click, click. He is the Kenai, so he's named himself, for he never tires of discovery. He returned to the Hive soon after you departed to search the bridge. Click, click. We are grateful to you for your assistance. We enjoy exploring the lands near the colony, but we were careless in our search for curious things. Our nameless brother yet tells us he will open an adventurers guild in Loth Ast Vath. It was not long ago that we too yearned for purpose, and we will gladly join him in this mission. Then it is decided. The Kenai will help us find the many opportunities for adventure. Many opportunities. But our guild is not yet complete. We are unsure of the actual trade of adventuring, how to find things, how to fight things. We cannot do without an experienced teacher. Kind adventurer, will you teach us your ways? This is the menu that comes up when you start a rep. Will you guide the nameless one as a mentor? Click, click. Very well. Click, click. Wonderful, wonderful. From now on, we shall call on you as the master of the craft. Master. Leave the construction of the guild to us. The keen eye will be on the lookout for hunter friends and any requests they may have. But there are very few adventurers to carry out the tasks now. Very few. In fact, only you. We were hoping you could show us how it's done. The storyteller told me he's most pleased with your deeds for our colony. Consider us friends, and from now on, let us work together for the guild. Click, click. And now that we have found purpose, I, shall be nameless no longer. As I long to have so deft an arm in adventuring, I shall call myself Deft Arm. Hey, they opened up a little shop. Neat. Where'd that chocobo baby come from? Nameless one is now called Vath Deftarm. An adventurers guild has been constructed in Lothvast Vath. The hunters of Tailfeather are now clients of the Adventurers Guild. Adventurers Guild keeps growing, it seems, you know? There we go. You have achieved friendly reputation with the Vath. Vath Beast Tribe quests are now available from the Vath Kenai. Furthermore, you now have access to a selection of wares from the Vath Stick Peddler. The Vath Less Troubled. I'm curious, why did it not... I mean, I'm not mad, but why did it start me off on friendly? Attain rank 3. Rank 3 with the Vath? 4, trusted, honored, sworn. Oh. Okay, wait a minute. I'm trusted, so rank 4 is trusted, but you can't go any higher, it seems, with the Realm Reborn reputations, so... Or the tribes, even. But with Heavensward, you can. It gets even further. Oh, that's how you change it. Cool. Alright. That's cool. I like, what rewards could I get, potentially? Black Copper Gill. Oh, is that like... I'm not gonna do the tribal quest now. That's stuff to do today. But where can I find that? Tribal. So yeah, that's their special currency. Just like with the other ones I've done. That's neat. It's an opportunity for me to get more poetics, that's for sure. There's like 3 a day, it seems, from them. What kind of stuff do you... Hey, you played Triple Triad? It's into busy. Oh, not yet. Okay. Maybe with better rep. I've never understood this. Beastman currency. I've never got that. But maybe it has to do with trading currency? Got some basic stuff going off. Okay. We're actually just gonna stay here and queue up. I'm ready. I'm ready to not be ready, because I did a quick look on YouTube. I couldn't find anything that was current or recent. I think the oldest one is like 7 years old for Somal. I looked at the wiki. Seems like that's the best, most detailed, straightforward way for me to understand it. But it doesn't seem like there's anything particularly special about the bosses anyways. I don't know about the environment, but we're just gonna wing it. And hopefully it goes smoothly. Southeast. Okay. Well, we'll wait on that. This seems like a big deal because Somal apparently is where we're supposed to make peace with the dragon, right? But we have what's his face? Centinian, the hard ass, and he seems hell bent on just killing anyone that has nothing to do with the mission, dragon-wise. So it is what it is. So far so good. The poison attacks are brutal though. That was pretty straightforward. Don't know what I could have done to prevent him from like sucking up the blobs, but whatever. Ooh, GG. Easy dungeon overall. I liked it though. Dragons. Yay. Why did I not look happy about that? I've always fist bumped after a thing, but yeah. Cool. Okay, so I'm getting the crystals back somehow. Teja. It would seem Tioman was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we are here then. His fury, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. Not for long you won't. I feel like that after a certain point you're just gonna be like they said, you know, your relationship to the dragons are just gonna be too intimate to ignore. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. O Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years. They came.
The churning mist. A whole new area beyond the dungeon then. Ravania. Okay, but where is this in the grand scheme of maps? Okay, so this is a new place I'm in. This is where we've been. I went through all of that to eventually end up wait. To end up through here. Does that mean we can pass through, or we're gonna have to do a dungeon to get here again? It looks majestic, they're not wrong. Like, obviously once you attune, you won't need that passageway, but weird that there's cotton balls, giant cotton balls around. What's that over yonder? You see that? Look at that. That big misty thing making everything float and lightning. We have reached it at last, the peak of Somal. It is said that to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Coerthas, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Okay, so that was part of the quest. Then that one I was missing is all that there is left. Ith occurrence for... Is this the 6 spots for Heavensward and then it's like Stormblood then Shadowbringers, or is it all for Heavensward? Do you believe these ruins were also built by heretics to deceive the faithful of Ishgard? Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it. Now that we've scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgar himself. Thinking face. What manner of creature is that? Teha, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. Certainly never expected to see one in the churning mist. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where his Hraesvelgar makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. You know, that actually explains the so-called cotton balls I was calling them. It could be just like how Moogles have little things on the top of their heads. Kind of reminds me of that. What is a summoning stone? With the ocarina body of a chocobo. It looks like. Stone bears a striking resemblance to a chocobo. Yeah, that's what I was saying. On closer inspection, the stone appears to be a large horn. Perhaps if you were to blow into one of the holes, it would summon a chocobo. Though it may be prudent to leave the rental fee just in case. Oh, because people wouldn't be up here. Gotcha. At least as far as I can tell so far, it's just us and Moogles. Bah, he's gone. Teha, we must widen our search. No, we saw it. We definitely saw Moogle. It's just where's it at? Where it be? Nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. I've heard tales of these Mughals, but this is the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They're rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find the creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. I mean, I believe her, but also she does seem cold sometimes. Okay, does that mean you want me to interact with something, or do I leave it be? A Moogle, did you say? I'm unfamiliar with the breed, but I shall search for one nonetheless. How do you guys not know about Moogles? They're like Final Fantasy staple. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of light? Mayhaps 'twas simply one of those strange plants shifting in the breeze. I know what a Moogle looks like, dude. Can't tell me otherwise. Nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. What do you want me to do about it? Like, there's 2 disturbances, and I'm like, alright. So what about that? There's no sign of the Moogle in the area. Well. I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic?